Going to do a quick review of vectors for Cambridge Math, and let's get started. So here's the thing: vectors, they're both a distance and a direction. Sometimes they're written like this, capital letters with the arrow in the top, or sometimes it's lowercase letter. If you draw it by hand, you have to put a line underneath, and if it's printed, it'll be a bold letter. They're drawn like this: A to B, or A to B being the vector A. You can change the direction like this, and written as a column, it's the X on top, the Y on the bottom, like that. To find their magnitude, it's the square of X plus the square of Y and the square root of all of that. So for example, if we have the vector 2, 1, it would be 2 squared, the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared, which is 5 squared, or square root of 5, sorry. Now, when you add or subtract vectors, what you do is you add the x's together, and then you add the y's together separately. And you got to be careful not to write it as a fraction, because it's not. It's really tempting to write it that way. So right here, add the x's together. 2 and 1 is 3. 3 plus a negative 2 is 1. So that's how it goes. When you're multiplying, both the x and the y get multiplied by the scale factor. So here, if I'm multiplying by negative 5, the negative 5 times 2 is negative 10, and negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. Alright? This usually doesn't give much issue to students. It's not a problem. People forget this because easy come, easy go. Let's do a couple examples. So here I've got a parallelogram, OABC. OA is the vector A, and OC is the vector C, and M right here is the midpoint of OB. And what it's asking us to do is find the vector M to A in terms of A and C. So what they're asking us to do is find this right here. Okay? And we have to use it. We have to find it using this information. Well, since it's parallelogram, and this is the midpoint of the diagonal, then I know for sure that this is half of A. So this is 1/2 of A. From here to here is 1/2 of A. That's 1/2 of A. And from here to here is the opposite of half of C. So to go from M to A, I could do this. I could go from M to this midpoint here, which is half of A, and then I could go from this midpoint back down to A, which is half of C. So like that. A couple examples of addition and multiplication. The tricky thing here is this subtracting here. So you're subtracting a 3 and you're subtracting a negative 1. So adding the x's together, 2 plus 1 is 3, minus 3 is 0. And then 3 plus 0 is of course 3, minus a negative 1 is plus 1, which is 4. The last one, multiplying here, this is 6 of all of these. So it's 6 5s, which is 30, and 6 negative 4s, which is negative 24. So I hope this helps. Good luck.